Okay, so we're back with part 3. If you remember, we have built a web app through the Deep Agent on Abacus AI. If you didn't see part 1 and part 2, both of them will be in here. So I do recommend to go and check them out before you continue on. But if you did watch, then this is where we are. We have made everything. We checked everything. Everything looks amazing in this web app with a few things that we want to change. Now, let's say just for the sake of this video that we want to deploy, then we can come here, and even this Abacus made super easy. And let me show you what I mean. So I click on deploy, and we have here 3 options. The first option is to use the Abacus AI domain. Easiest, fastest, and most simple way is that I can come in here and say this, and just write this. This is my site. Okay, and that's it. I can click on deploy, and my site will have a domain, and anybody can access it with this is my site.abacusai.app. So I don't need to go get a domain, get a hosting, connect everything together, DNS records, and all that stuff. I can do everything already in the Abacus domain. So that's one option, which is the quickest, fastest, and very easy. And it's amazing for most, simple cases, or if you use this as an internal tool for yourself, very easy to deploy. Another option that we have is a custom domain. So you can connect here to your custom domain, which you will need to update your DNS records. Or another thing that they added lately is that you also can come through them and purchase a new domain using your available credits. So like I told you, in every subscription, if you have the $10 subscription or the pro one for $20, you have either 20,000 credits or 25,000 credits. You can use that in order to purchase a domain for your app right from here. So it's super easy and super comfortable. And of course, you can manage your domains here in the settings. And the other option is that you can also custom a subdomain. So if you have a website and you want this to be on a subdomain in your website, you can do that as well. It's a little bit more technical, but of course you can do that as well. And you can also from here purchase a new domain that's connected. So basically you can manage the whole thing, you can build the whole thing, you can test the whole thing, and then you could deploy the whole thing in live without going out to any different service or to anything outside. Everything is done directly within the Abacus AI infrastructure, and you can deploy and make everything ready for yourself. So I think that's really amazing, and part of what makes this very suitable and very comfortable for people that are not with a technical background like myself. I'm not a developer. And for me to go now and do this whole thing outside in a coding IDE or something like that, like VS Code or even Cursor, would be much more complicated. And here, within an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half, I got everything ready. I can deploy already my app, and I can show something or work with something that's already operational. And of course, like I said, I can add here more features and stuff, but there is a system. There is something that is working, and that is pretty amazing. So this is the one of the most exciting things about Deep Agent and Abacus AI, I think. I do want to show you some other stuff if we come back here, and we went through all these different options that they have here. But you can, of course, also see, like, you can do videos, you can do training, you can do so many things with this tool that it's amazing. And I also want to show you another thing. So one of the additional things is that if we go back here to Chat LLM, to the first page, then you can see here that underneath the chat and everything, we have here something that says new Abacus AI Desktop. And yes, they also have a desktop, which is basically it has a few parts to it. And I want to show you that. And that will be part of our third and last part about Abacus AI for now. By the way, if you want more information, and if you want to hear more about Abacus AI, or if you have any questions, leave in the comments below. If you don't know me by now, my name is Ryan. I am here in AI Voices, and I would love for you to subscribe. And if you want, you can come here to the description and read all about me and go into my link tree or buy me a coffee. And you're more than invited to subscribe, like, and following my channel for more news and tools about AI and everything around it. So when we go here, we can see this, and we can click on new Abacus AI Desktop, and you can see that we have here, it's an all-in-one powerful assistant that is basically 3 main things. We have our chat mode, just like we have here in the browser. We have the CLI and coding agent, and we have another thing that's very super interesting, which is the listener, and we will see all of these right now. So in order for us to download, we have down here, we can download the desktop, and we can download for Mac, for Linux, or for Windows. So anything works. And once you download it, you of course need to sign in with the same with the same information that you have here if you have a paid account, in order for it to be connected. And once you go in, then you're connected, and you will see something like this. Now in here you have your regular chat mode. So you can see up here on chat mode. And here I can start chatting with the LLM, just like the chat LLM. I have here the routes, and I can choose from different models. And I can see my previous conversations. And I also have the code editor. So I can go in here and I can start working on editing my code. So we have everything in one place. Now I want to show you a few other things that we have here as well. We can of course search the web. If we click it on, we can go here directly into on the top. If you see, we have chat mode and then we have code mode. I can go into code mode, and then I can go here into either chat or deep agent. Okay, so I can use or choose any one of them. And I have here the terminal, debug console. I have everything I need just in one simple place. And that's part of what is amazing here, I think, in my opinion. We can open a new file. We can clone from a Git repository. We have everything here, and you can see that it's basically like a clone of the VS Code or any IDE. So it's very easy if you're technical and if you know these stuff to get along here. And it could connect to your VS Code and add all the stuff. You can add here agent rules. You can add MCPs. There's really a lot of things that you can do here. We have here the settings. So you can click here and go through all the settings of the system, what you want it to do, how you want it to do it, and everything. We also have here autocomplete that you can turn on or off. MCPs that you can add, models that you can add here, your API key for Anthropic or Google, and then not use the credits, but use your API. And very interesting, you also can add here rules for your agent, things that you usually do again and again and again. You can just set up the rules right in here, and you can do all of that in one place and set everything up. And once you're ready to go and you want to start, you have here on the side, you have the chat again, and you have the deep agent. The deep agent will actually do the coding and write everything, but in the chat, talk to it. You can see what you think, and you can start brainstorming on your ideas, and then move it over and say, okay, let's start working. Now, if you go down here, this is where the chat is, and I can write something like hello. And we will probably get a response in a few moments. And the way that it works here is that you can send anything, you can attach any files, and you can come here and you can choose the model that you want to choose for your reply. Now, I want you to see the difference. Right now we use Gemini 3 Pro, and I said hello. But if I do the same thing, and now I go with Kimi K2 Turbo, just for the example, and I do hello. So you can see here that Gemini 3 Pro answered me, hello, how can I assist you with your code today? And then I have here credits used 4.46. And Kimi said, hello, I can help you explore and analyze code. What would you like to work on? And the credit used is 0.28. So you see every single model, LLM, has a different pricing. And once you get to know a few of them, then you know which ones to use for what case. So if I'm brainstorming, I might not want to use Gemini 3 Pro. Maybe I'll just use Kimi K2 because the cost is much, much lower. Okay, so you can look around and see which ones are good for you or comfortable for you. And here you can really, you can take the same project that we did online, if you remember right here. So we can take this same system that we just built, we can download the whole files, and then we can go into our browser here, to our desktop here, and we can continue here working in a more of a coding or development environment, and just continue on with everything that we're doing. And I think this has a lot of value and it's super interesting to try it out. I'm not going to go deep into this because I'm not a developer, so this is less into my field, but I think you get the idea of what you can do with this and how this works. Another thing that they added, which is super interesting, is the desktop listener, and you can click on it from here. You can download the system, and then you have another application, and this is how it looks when you first go in. So basically what we have here is you have sessions, and you basically have a system that listens and sees everything that you do and helps you out. So let's take an example, and let's take this down, and let's say that I am on my YouTube channel, and let's choose something. So what do we have here? First of all, we have our sessions that it listens to. Right now, it's not listening to anything. We have here our settings. We can see our name. We can choose dark mode or light mode. As you probably know, I love dark mode. We can hide from the screen sharing. So if we're in a meeting or doing anything like that we don't want anyone to see this system, then we can hide it from the screen sharing. We need to give it permissions either just for the microphone or both screen recording and microphone. That depends on you. And we can decide if it launches on start, on when the computer starts. We can add here all kinds of specific instructions, and we can manage templates. So we can add here, as you can see here, we have a few templates, and we can add more templates of something that we want to get from the system. For example, if we want summarized key points, or if we want a technical analysis, or if we want, I don't know, it could be even getting a template of a price offering for a client and stuff like that. And of course, to check for updates. So very simple settings. I'm sure that they will add some stuff later on. And once we want to start using it, then what we do is we just come up here to this part and we click on listen. And then once we start with the listening, it takes it a few moments and it starts to listen. And then we have this box. And in this box, we have three things. We have chat, we have transcripts, and we have insights. So if I go into transcripts, you can see that it's already transcribing every single word that I'm telling and talking to you about. Okay, and it's doing it quite fast, very low latency, and quite, I think, accurate even from what I see here. And let's say just for the example that I'm looking into my YouTube channel or any YouTube and I'm watching a video. So I go into this one. Okay, so let's go into this. This is one of my old videos on my channel. And you can see that even though it's very low in volume right now and all that, it still catches it. I can put here on the side, I can watch, and while that I can see how it is doing the transcribing. It's getting a little bit mixed up with what I'm saying, but if I will be quiet for a second. Okay, so it's getting all the information. It's getting everything that's coming in, either what I'm saying or from my computer, and it's transcribing right away. And you can see it's continuing right now. So we have the transcripts that is happening right away. We can go here to AI Insights and we can see some information. The speaker is demonstrating your transcription tools, real-time accuracy on low volume YouTube videos, noting mirror mix-ups, but praising it as a time saver for quick searches and next flips, key benefits, and so on. So it gives me information about this. And we can also go to chat and we can ask stuff in the chat. Like, for example, what is he talking about? Okay, now it's not just going to look for a random answer, but it's going to look through the transcripts and get us that answer and give us a reply to our question. He's explaining and demonstrating a real-time transcription tool. It has 3 tabs: chat, transcripts, and AI Insights. Exactly the stuff that I mentioned to you, and everything here is continuing to be transcribed. So you see, now every part of it is a different part, and I can come here and I can copy that part. I can paste it anywhere that I want, or I can do anything with it. And once we are done, we just come up here. We can, of course, stop it for a moment and then continue it, or we can just click done. And once we click done, then it finished. But then we get this. This is the whole session. We get the whole transcript, and we can look at all the transcript from here and see everything that was said. We can see the conversation. So this is whatever we speak with the chat. That's also documented. If you remember, that's what I asked him. What is he talking about? And then he started answering us. And we have here a summary. So we have our key point discussed, our decision made, action items, if there is any important points and insights, and so on. And this, of course, we can later on just export, and we can export it as a PDF, JSON file. We can choose what content will be in this export, if it will be everything. So summary, conversation, and transcriptions, or just summary, or just conversation, or just transcriptions, whatever we want. In this case, we'll leave it like this and we'll do export. And then it will, of course, want to save it, and it will export this whole session that we had. I can go in, I can open the PDF, and you can see this is the PDF. We have a summary, we have key points and all that. Exactly the same thing that we had here, conversations, transcripts. So we have everything. So imagine that you have this AI that's with you in your conversations, in your calls, in your YouTubes. Even if you just want to say some words and just, talk randomly about ideas that you have, and just then take all those ideas and put them into a structured way, then this does that. It could help you with any online courses that you take. It could help you with YouTube. It could help you on Zoom calls and meetings. And it can summarize everything. And imagine what it is for you to right now take that and send that to someone. And hey, you can also build an app that will do that for you. Or you can go back here to the deep agent and you can just tell it, listen, build me an app that will take this transcription, insights, and everything, set everything up, and send that to me in an email. And then you can forward that to also the person that you spoke to, or you can create from it a price offer according to what you spoke in the meeting, and so many other things as well. So there's many things. And again, I'm reminding you that all of this you get just for $10 or $20. I'm just in shock about that because, again, I'm not promoting them in any way. I'm not a partner there. I don't have any percentages from this. The only thing I have is a small referral link that you can click on below. But really, I'm just surprised at how amazing this part is and this system is, and how many things it gives you. So To conclude everything that we spoke about here, if you are a person that's just looking for one-stop shop, one place where you can use all the different models, where you can do the chat, you can generate code, you can build an app, you can build workflows, you can make a video or an image or anything else, and you want it all in one place, I think this is something to really consider Abacus AI. They do add stuff all the time, and it would be interesting to follow them and see all the other stuff that they do and they add. And I do recommend to try it out because I'm having a very good time with them, and I've been using it more and more as we go. If you would like, later on, I will put in the description here the system itself. I will probably work a little bit more on the system here, but in general, you will have access to it because I will deploy this just for you to see what we get and how it works. And I hope that you do go ahead and try Abacus AI because for me, it does a lot of the work, and it's really a powerful tool. So I hope you enjoyed. This is the end of part 3 and the last part about Abacus AI. If you would be interested in getting more use cases, me showing some use cases or showing some other features in Abacus AI, please leave a comment below and let me know. I would be very happy to make more videos about Abacus AI. But I think these 3 parts kind of sum up the opportunities that we have here and things that we can do with this amazing tool. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you on the next one.